Welcome, week 2 of the Fantasy Destination Fantasy Football Podcast. With my brother from another mother, Mr. Deshaun Reed. How you doing this morning, sir?
Sleepy, man, sleepy. If anybody, caught the Colorado game from last night, I was fighting my sleep, bro. Like I was telling you, just trying to stay awake just to see how that game was going to come, play itself out. But I mean, Colorado pulled off the win, so it's going to be all over ESPN. Prime time is prime time, so you know how that goes. But other than that, man, look, I'm ready for some football, man. My Steelers got a rebound today, bro.
Rebounding. Man, I think my team got to do the same. Um, I guess to put it, I guess it's safe to say both our teams somewhat of an embarrassment last week, right?
Oh, big time. That's
Oh,
to say the least, bro.
yeah. Man, you're not kidding. Good morning, Ray. He said, "Morning, guys. Sorry I missed you week 1."
Ray, good to hear from you, man. Hope all is well.
Yeah, and let us know how you did with your fantasy team last week as well. But yeah, both our teams definitely embarrassed themselves. At least yours was a nationally televised game of the week or anything like that. But nevertheless, you know, loss is lost. I say this much: at least we're not Giants fans. I'll tell you that much. Jeez, that's a whole nother level of embarrassment, man. But yeah, before we get to it here, um, uh, hold on, we got one from Millie, WTW, and then we got one from Foxborough, week 2, baby, 1-0 so far. There we go.
That's how you like to start it, man.
Especially in a 16 teamer, you got to.
Oh yeah, he is in the 16th. That's what's up, man. Yo, just real quick is so I'm in a 14 teamer, and you already know this, Jamar. I drafted Joe Burrow. I actually went 0-1. I mean, it sucks. Nobody wants to start the season in the hole. Um, but shout out to Foxborough for going 1-0. Jamar, I think you went 1-0 as well, right?
Nah, I took an
No?
L.
Oh
I took
man.
an L.
All right, so you right there with me, man. But like crazy thing is someone hit the panic button on T. Higgins, man, and he had the 0 catch game, but the positive in that was the 8 targets that he had, which means that Joe Burrow was looking his way. He just didn't bring in any other targets, or they were, off thrown. So like that leads me to believe that okay, this guy is still being targeted in a high-powered offense, so that means that better days are ahead. But with that being said, I picked him up, bro. I picked him up in a 14-team league. There's no way that a legit wide receiver one, potentially in T. Higgins, he could be a wide receiver one
Oh
for a lot
man,
of football teams out there. And like I looked, bro, I was quiet because like I'm in the same league with my cousin. He had a higher waiver wire. I didn't say a thing until Friday. I'm like, man, were you guys snoozing or what, man? So yeah, I'm excited about today,
no.
man. Pairing Joe Burrow and T. Higgins in a 14-team league, that should be exciting.
That should be, and like you mentioned, yeah, somebody definitely hit the panic button early. Like, come on now, it's week 1.
Mm-hmm.
They just saw the goose egg instead of seeing like the layers behind it. I honestly I didn't even know he had 8 targets, so that makes
Eight
me
targets.
feel
Eight
a lot
targets.
better about the goose egg I got with T Higgins on one of my teams. But also to note, Joe Burrow didn't play any of the preseason. Then when the calf injuries in training camp, the Bengals started slow last year. And then if I'm not mistaken, I think Joe Burrow's 1-5 against the Browns, believe it or not. So, a lot of perfect storm in the wrong way for Cincinnati last week. So,
Right.
dude, T Higgins drop.
T. Higgins,
That's
dude, I kid you not. I dropped Alan Lazard so fast. I dropped Alan Lazard like a bad habit, bro. Yeah.
dude.
I did, Millie. Yo, I picked him up. Like I couldn't believe it as well. Like I'm scrolling through because like that's one of the spots where I need help. So my wide receiver one in that league is Devontae Adams. So now I'm wide receiver 2 in the 14 team league. I'm sorry, is T Higgins. So man, I'm excited about that.
Dude, that's just as wild as me finding Brees Hall on the waiver wire
I said the same thing, bro.
in our destination fantasy 12 teamer. Ain't no way that Brees Hall should have been out there. Dude, when I saw it, I'm like, I did a double take. I'm like, I had to like close my app and reopen my app again and just saw him out there. I'm like, who in the, you know what? I didn't even ask too many questions. I just put in my claim. I ended up I guess having priority on the waiver wire because I did take a L in that league as well. I took quite a bit of some very untimely and uncharacteristic losses this past week just due to goose eggs by players that shouldn't have goose eggs,
Mhm.
defense that's scoring 20 some points. I mean, it was just across the board. It was just weird. But nevertheless, I got I got a happy addition of Brees Hall on my team, just like you got a happy addition of T. Higgins on yours. It's
See, that one was weird for me, bro, considering the fact that Brees Hall was coming off of a great game. Like everybody feared like Dalvin Cook coming there and him cutting it to Hall's production. But I mean, honestly, Hall was the better back, albeit getting about 80% of his yardage upon one run, but still it just shows his explosiveness.
dude, I mean, if you watch Hard Knocks, like the many people that did, like I fell in love with a lot of the Jets players, prior to Aaron Rodgers' injury, blah blah blah. But it's like just looking because the eye test is something that I definitely take with a lot of consideration. I care less about stats to a certain degree, but with
Mhm.
your eyes, if you see the explosion, which I did on Hard Knocks, I'm like, you know what? I like Brees Hall a lot this year, so I did have him in a couple of my leagues, and that just was icing on the cake. Um, and so hold on, come on back. Wait a minute.
We had a
All
guy
right.
in the league drop fields, picked him up. Oh, that's
So
nice.
yeah, he said, "Man, we had a guy in the league drop fields. I picked him up in my 14 team, and the guy asked for a trade for him uh back for Titans quarterback. I last so man, dude, negotiating trade and fantasy football is dude, it's a wild atmosphere at times, to say the least. All right, so we do have our first question of the day. It comes from Caden, the Colts fan. Should I start D Hop?
All right. So Jamar, you and I talked about this last night. I sent me, I'm the injury guy, right? Like I sent out injuries to like everybody in like my contacts or whatever, just to make sure that everybody's got their lineup straight or whatever. So with this D Hop thing, look, I think if he's going, you start him. Like you kind of really have no choice. I would like to see like a little bit more of your roster just to say, okay, just to make sure that D Hop should go. I mean, I think you fire him up as a wide receiver too, but he can always potentially get you wide receiver numbers. The good thing about D Hop is week one, D Hop had 13 targets. So there's plenty of volume there. Um, do I think that it can be pretty much the same this week against a Chargers defense who got absolutely shredded, and like their secondary is, I mean, they got the big names, but they don't produce. Like they got Derwin James, they got JC Jackson, who always get burnt on every play. I don't know what's up with that guy. But yeah, I mean, I'm feeling pretty good about D Hop just because volume. Like that's one of the things that you want to look for. Like we mentioned T. Higgins with the 8 targets. D Hop got 13 last week. So I think that's around like the mark. I'll project him to have 7 to 10 targets, and D Hop should be okay to turn that into some fantasy production.
And then the cherry on top for me is he definitely has an upgraded matchup this week. If I'm not mistaken, they played and it's off the tip of my tongue too. I know they got an upgraded matchup this week. Who do they play? And I can't think about it. My mind just went blank that quick. But because when you sent that out,
Mhm.
I'm like, well, if it ain't gonna be him, then it's gonna be Traylon Burks. I'm gonna have as an upgraded play this week.
Yep.
I For some reason I can't pull up. Do you happen to know who they play real quick?
Who is that?
Tennessee. Matter of fact,
Tennessee
Chargers.
plays the Chargers. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chargers.
Duh. So yeah, that's a definitely an upgraded matchup for D Hop. So yeah, I'm
Mhm.
playing D Hop.
Yep.
All right. So our third leg of the show, Mr. Ian Jones. Good morning, sir. How are we doing this
Yo,
morning?
good
Yo,
morning,
he
good
keep
morning.
matching me, bro. Like he did this last week. Ian, great minds, bro. Great
Yeah,
mind.
think alike.
My gosh. But yeah, we were just answering Caden, the Colts fan, asking should he start D Hop. As we find out here that D Hop is expected to play. They got a very favorable matchup against the Chargers defense that definitely gave over 400 yards
Mhm.
in the air last week. So I think that's a great play for D Hop today for sure.
Yeah, but with I don't know, with Trasher Hill at quarterback.
Hey, I mean, if we're being honest, D Hop played with a lot worse in his career.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he'll get it done regardless. You're right about that.
I mean, I just think this is like I don't want to say a dream matchup because I know that the Chargers do have some guys that are able to make plays back there, but at the same time, it's like they just can't. Like that's you can shred that secondary, and D Hop getting 13 targets like that helps me sleep better at night as well. So
Yeah,
All right. All right. So we got a plethora of questions coming in. So let's keep it moving. Foxborough said, but I'm in a bad place this week in my 16 team half point. I got Geno and Wilson. Which quarterback y'all like better? I'm thinking Geno, but last week's play was shaky. Yeah, Geno definitely did not give anybody the warm and fuzzies at all in that matchup
yeah,
against the Rams. But if I'm not mistaken, the Lions and Seahawks played, against each other last year. Now, granted, that was a phenomenal game from a football fan standpoint, and definitely from a fantasy standpoint as well, if I remember correctly. Um, but the offensive line did not look, pleasant at all last week. But then again, he was going against Aaron Donald, so. And then if I'm not mistaken, y'all heard the quick when he was like, "Oh my God," when Aaron Donald was coming at him. So I
yeah.
probably would have said the same thing,
Hilarious,
honestly. Uh,
hilarious.
um,
Is it
and
Zach
then
Wilson or
uh,
Russell Wilson?
I'm guessing Russell
yeah,
because I
yeah.
don't
Yeah,
think nobody in their right mind would even
the start is Zach
hesitate.
Wilson.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah,
making sure.
I, I, I think I would have to give the benefit of the doubt to Gino here. Uh,
I would say game flow probably. I mean, you
it's-
look at who does Russ have? I think they have Washington today.
yeah,
So I mean, going up front against that front, like I think
and
they pressure him a lot and get
Chase
him to
Young
make
will
Young
some
be
is
back
stage to
mistakes.
today
play.
too. Yep.
Yeah, so I think game flow for me, I think more points to be put up in that game. Gino have more opportunity to score. Not saying that Russ, I mean, I kind of like Russ this week and probably a little bit going forward as like I'm looking at their schedule a little bit more. I see some teams until they get to the Jets in which they should be able to should be able to get the right some runs there. But
Yeah,
I'm gonna give like the slight edge to Gino. Slight edge.
yeah, I'm in agreement on that one. Next one up, Caden, the Colts fan, also picked two: Joshua Kelly, Damian Pierce, James Cook, Tyler Lockett.
Mm.
See, Joshua Kelly is it's kind of like the Jamal Williams effect from last week, if I'm not mistaken.
Hmm.
Um, Joshua Kelly is going to have a ton of value. Even last week, he had a lot of touches. Um, but they go against the Titans, which similar to what Jamal Williams played against last week. I mean, it's just not a favorable matchup, but the volume is there. So take that with a grain of salt. Damian Pierce against the Colts. I mean, that's not a bad play. James Cook against the Raiders, if I'm not mistaken. That's not a bad play at all. It's just more so how many carries he's going to get. And then Lockett against the Lions. That's actually not a bad play either. How you all looking on this one? It's
Um,
interesting.
the first name I'm gonna pull out is James Cook. Like I like James Cook a lot this week. I think he
Okay.
gets
Yeah.
volume on the ground, not just through the ground, but through the air as well. Like those little dump offs, especially if this is like a PPR league, I think that would
They count.
yeah, I think it would kind of pull that name out there for me. As far as Joshua Kelly, Jamar, you and I are with the same, bro. Like the opportunities that Jamal Williams had last week, like they didn't amount to fantasy, stardom, considering the fact that Titans front is like a real deal. So I'm gonna kind of fade that one a bit, but it is a Chargers offense. So I'm gonna have to go with James Cook and Tyler Lockett by default. Not saying that the other two can't do well, but I'm leaning towards the latter two up on this one, Caden. So not
Okay.
a bad position to have though.
Okay. Ian, what you thinking here?
James Cook for sure. Um, Tyler Lockett. I don't know. I want to say Tyler Lockett, but going up going against the Lions, like their defense kind of improved this year. Uh,
Not only that, he is fighting for more attention from Jackson Smith and Jigba and DK
And
Metcalf,
yeah,
Kenneth Walker as well. So like, that's a lot. That's a lot of
yeah.
mouths to feed.
All right.
Mm.
Well, I can at least say this: we all three of us will agree on James Cook.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure, for
All
sure.
right. So we
So
got that.
trifecta there.
Um,
Like Pierce is an interesting one.
yeah, because
Against the
he'll get a
Colts.
lot of he'll get a lot of carries. Well, he
He
should. Well, I would say he should get a lot of carries.
he got 13 touches last week, which
Mm.
But did game flow is the reason why his touches were
possibly.
limited though.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's like the only knock with Pierce, right? He's up on a team that is young and up and coming, so like they got to work through a
Yeah.
lot.
Rookie quarterback. Yep.
Mhm.
So it's like then the ultimate question is: do you trust the situational football where you got the rookie quarterback and gonna have, I guess, maybe more of a value with that, even though the offense is a little stagnant, or do you trust the more of a high octane offense going against a tough matchup, but maybe possibly get into that red zone area like we thought that maybe Derek Carr could have done with Jamal Williams last week? But I think we have more confidence in Justin Herbert and Kellen Moore ran offense against the Titans. So that's the ultimate question.
Yeah, I'm not saying that Damian Pierce can't be good there or whatever. I'm just saying that man, like it's I wouldn't be surprised if you were to score a touchdown. I'm just going with the more sure gut here. Like because like all of these are pretty good. Like it kind of takes you back and forth, right?
Yeah.
Should I play them or shouldn't I play them? But the bottom two, well, the last two are the only ones that I feel kind of just more inspired to play this week.
All right. So I'll put it to you like this: I'm ranking them Cook, Lockett, Kelly, Pierce for me. That's how I'm ranking them.
Cook, Lockett, Kelly, Pierce.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that. I'm okay
Yeah.
with that. I would probably go Cook, Lockett, Pierce, Kelly, but we're basically saying the same thing. Yeah.
Splitting hairs at that
Yep.
point.
Yeah. I'll go with that same line, Jamal.
All right. So good luck to you, Caden.
That one was tough.
And then Ray said is Eckler surely out.
He is. He won't
he's
even
done.
travel with the team.
Yep, he's done. Next up, we got Blur Pay or Blur Pay. Sorry. Start for full PPR: Garrett Wilson, Debo, Rashad White, AJ Dillon, James Conner, and Kelly. I've decided on Wilson, Debo, and Dillon. I think I am low key thinking about benching Wilson, but don't know if I should. I kind of like in a similar boat in my Yahoo league, and I was having thoughts about the exact same scenario as far as Wilson, and I'll tell you why. Because I have Tyreek Hill, Debo Samuel, Garrett Wilson. I also got Zay Jones on my bench, and
Mm.
so I was based on the Kansas City and Jacksonville game. That is the highest. That is the most fantasy friendly game of the week by far.
Mhm.
I think the over under is like 51 something this week.
Is it really?
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
that's the only one in the 50s. And I think a lot of them under like 47 or something. But like with Jones, I'm considering the benching Wilson just because of the game flow on that one. So I kind of get the scenario of possibly benching Wilson to a certain degree because you don't know what you're going to get going forward yet out of the other Wilson, the Disney Channel guy. So I get it. I get it. So he said he decided on Wilson, Debo, and Dillon. I feel like AJ Dillon is more times than not is a must start this week.
Yep.
Considering Aaron Jones is out, considering the Falcons, I think
Run
can be had
defense
on the
suspect.
ground. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
Not only that, I think they're missing a starting linebacker and Troy Anderson. I mean, Caden Ellis is still going to be there. So it's like I always kind of look at more so the defensive side of the ball since we are in like a dynasty league as well. So like that makes a lot of sense. But AJ Dillon automatically I'm firing up out of the three. I actually like the three that he picked. Like I do because look, I get it. Zach Wilson sucks. I mean, we all can see that. Even from his play from last week, we can just tell that he's not the guy. But at the same time, dude, I got that much faith in Garrett Wilson. He made a terrible pass into something. The pass was awful. He had to tip it to himself and be able to have the concentration to come down with it. So, man, that was freaking phenomenal. And watching that real time, I'm like gasping, like, man, this dude is the real deal. So, I'm 9 times out of 10, I'm sure that you spent a higher pick on him. You probably got him in the second round. And I get it, the whole Zach Wilson thing, it sucks, but I would still play him. Like I get it. It's week 2. Hopefully that you're 0-1. So, but I don't want to leave up on my bench. Then he end up having 5 catches for 50 yards and 2 TDs. Like that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I don't want that to happen. So I have to play him. And I like the 3 that he came up with, in my opinion. That's the 3 that I would probably go with.
For real. And Ian, what school did Garrett Wilson go to?
The Ohio State.
Oh, okay, just checking.
Man, they pumping them out, bro. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, that's the new factory these days. Prior to it was LSU. Prior to it was Alabama. It's Ohio State's turn. I'm with you on this one. Like, basically, I copy what you're saying.
No, but he has every right to say that, hey, maybe I should bench Wilson. I think any Wilson owner would probably say the same thing right now.
Yeah, I mean,
for sure.
Like, I still have Wilson in my flex right now. Like, I don't think I'm bold enough to pull the trigger on that yet, because it's just like, yeah, even though they're going against the Cowboys, which I'll get into that later. I don't want to upset myself, but I still feel like, Wilson could probably still get his. So yeah, we're on the same page there. Let's see. All right, so Millie got one here. This guy here, he's been this. I don't even, how you pronounce his name?
Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua.
Yeah.
Boy, oh boy. Only Matthew Stafford can make somebody like that relevant. My gosh. Puka Nacua versus San Fran or Jahan Dotson at Denver, full PPR.
Yeah.
This is tough because you're playing against an elite secondary in Denver, and you're playing against just an elite overall defense in San Francisco. And I just got on the ticker right now, Joey Bosa will indeed play today per source. So no Austin Eckler, but some good news for the Chargers. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong Bosa. My bad. But anyway,
I get it.
So Puka Nacua, right? Like, so this guy came out of nowhere. I'm not sure. I think he got like 14 targets or something like that for like 10 catches and like 90 to like 100 yards. But at the same time, I still can't trust that going up against the San Francisco defense. You saw what they did to my Steelers, man. Like they made, like chum out of us. We were like mincemeat. And I heard Puka Nacua was still dealing with like some sort of injury ailment as well, even though I think he is leaning towards playing. But I'm going to have to still go Dotson. With that in mind, my reasoning behind that, gentlemen, is that I think that Dotson should be the one who should be left alone a little bit. I think all of the attention is going to fall on Terry McLaurin a little bit. So I think he should be able to, get in between, inside like the zone, and he should be able to make something happen. So I'm going to go with Dotson.
Whew. Yeah, what you thinking?
I'm going Dotson on this one. Just because pretty much what Deshaun was saying, all the attention should be on Terry McLaurin, even though Denver has a great secondary.
Secondary, yeah, for sure.
But I'm gonna go with Jahan Dotson on this one.
Yeah. I guess I hit the trifecta here. Man, this is definitely closer to a coin flip, but
it is because of the volume. And my bad, like I just had to correct myself. He had 15 targets week 1. 15 Nacua did. And he brought in 10 of those to the tune of 119 yards. You know what I mean? Yeah. And once Matthew Stafford locks in up on a player, Cooper Kupp,
stay there.
Calvin Johnson, he's gonna stay there. So I get it. This one is tough. But I think I'm still have to go Dotson. Jamar, if you don't want to make the split here, that's fine.
No,
I completely understand, bro. Seriously.
No, it's not. It's just more so like I just need one more week to see it at least.
Yeah, like if he go crazy this week, then next week I'll go, Okay.
This dude is smart, man. See,
Now, if you got him stashed on your bench like I do in the league, by all means, like feel good about yourself.
I got him in two. I
See,
got Nakua in 2 leagues, but I can't play him over the
not
names that I already have there.
right,
Not just
not
yet.
yet.
I want
Yeah,
to make sure that it's more so a sure thing. Week 2,
That's,
if he come out with 15 targets, 10 catches, and 115 yards against a San Francisco
yeah,
defense, by all
then
means,
gotta
fire
put
him
it.
up.
Yeah,
he's
yep.
an
Put him in a
automatic
flex
start going
somewhere.
forward.
Yeah.
Automatic. So good luck to you there. All right. We got one from our boy Justin. Dalvin
Yeah.
Cook against Dallas or Najee Harris versus the Browns. Whew.
That's
Mm, mm, mm,
I think I'm
that
gonna
is
go.
tough. I'm I'm gonna have to go with Najee, and
Yeah.
I don't even want to say that. Like how
Yeah.
poorly we played last week, and I get it, it was against them, but make no mistake about it, that Browns front is something serious too. Like they can get after the quarterback as
Yeah.
well and force Kenny Pickett into some bad situations. I'm trusting the dump offs on this one. I'm trusting that Najee Harris is going to do a little bit more in the receiving game than more so like the rushing in. But I just don't. The Brees Hall is there too, bro, and the way
Yeah.
that he
And he
played last
played
week,
last week.
man, it should be able to make
He'll
things
probably get more
interesting.
carries.
It should make things interesting. So, Justin, my boy, just a slight edge to Najee here, man. And not again, I'm a Steelers fan, and I don't even want to say that, but yeah, fire up my boy, fire up my boy.
I mean, it's okay if you want to say roll tide on that one. I understand.
That won't happen, but
Good. Good. Don't do it. Yeah. Yeah. Trifecta. Trifecta. This one close to a coin flip as well, but it's just the presence of
absolutely.
Brees Hall. Like, my
Yeah.
gosh.
And how
You already
Dallas
saw what
looked
happened
last
week
week.
1, man. He looked
Yeah.
two. He looked fresh. He just looked fresh, man. He looked very, very good, explosive.
I know Dalvin got a lot of carries. I mean, they kind of split the
He
carries
did.
up pretty good last
Mhm.
week, but he's coming to a new team, new scenery, and he had a lot going on, and now with the injury to Aaron Rodgers, I mean, it's tough. But the way Dallas looked last week was, oh man, that's you just gotta go with Najee. And then, like you guys said with Brees Hall, the way that he came back last week was phenomenal, straight off of injury. So yeah, slight edge to Najee on this one.
All right.
I
So,
concur. I concur.
all right, let's keep it moving. Foxborough is definitely talking about Russell Wilson there. So,
Okay.
just FYI. Millie comes back with another one. Flex full PPR, Dotson or Algier.
Algier burned me last week, man. He had a hell of a game, and I had him on the
He
bench.
did,
Like
man.
nobody saw that coming. Like,
Yeah.
And
like
I mean, and like the carry split was like it was almost 50-50, man. But
Hmm.
this is the thing to note. I think it was 8 carries inside the 5-yard line. Algier got them all.
Yeah, because
Algier
he's a
got them
big
all.
bruiser. Yeah.
So that I'm gonna have to go with Algier, and that's crazy to think that he's running back 2 up on a depth chart, and I'm still playing him up over. So
yeah,
I mean, I'm gonna have to go him. Those red zone opportunities mean something.
Yep.
You know what I mean? And which one of these guys are more likely to score a touchdown in this game? I'm
Algier.
gonna have to say Algier.
yeah, I have to agree. It's I'm telling my coworker at work like this has been kind of a weird start to the fantasy year just based on circumstances that
1000%.
it's just been weird. So yeah, good luck to you, Millie, on that one. Terrell T, Musgrave or Ferguson also have love at quarterback. I am leaning Musgrave for one reason only. The injuries and the number of injuries that the Packers have right now. No
Yeah.
Christian Watson, no
Nope.
Aaron Jones.
Nope.
You're throwing to Romeo Dobbs,
Uh,
throwing to Jalen Reed, and you're throwing to Musgrave. Because you're definitely not throwing to AJ Dillon. So you got those 3.
yep.
So, and if I'm not mistaken, I hate to admit this, if Musgrave didn't trip over his own self, he probably would have scored last week. So there you go.
An easy touchdown.
So yeah, definitely going Musgrave. Trifecta.
Yep, trifecta.
Yep, trifecta.
All right. Uh, I guess Foxborough just pretty much just. I guess we kind of just answered this. Like, what do y'all think about the rookie
I
tight
like
end?
him a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
I like him a lot. I think he's going to be okay. Going forward, like I would like to see him. When they're fully healthy with a Christian Watson, with Jamar, you already mentioned Jalen Reed. Like I want to see, these guys at full strength. But I mean, Jordan Love look good. I mean, it looks like that time behind Aaron Rodgers truly did, pay off. I get it. I'm not just going out there and saying that he's the next thing since sliced bread, but at the same time, he looked very poised last game. So
I mean,
I know. Here we go. Let's hear it. Every time
So,
Jamar says, I mean, it's something to follow.
I'm trying to, I'm trying to hold it together. I'm trying to hold it together.
Look, it's okay to talk good about Green Bay, bro. Like it's
I mean, they. You're right, because every time I say, I mean, uh, I will state. So two things could be true at the same time. The Bears defense could be terrible, and the Packers could have played their best football of one of the best games of the season at the same time. So I mean, Jordan Love, I mean, for what it's worth, he completed a lot of third downs that
crucial.
probably.
Crucial.
I mean, he basically gave what the defense gave him, and I can't knock him for that. So I'll leave it at that. That's as most as I'm going. That is not only the demo, that is the full version. I'm done. We got another one here. Terrell T said Brees Hall or Mostert.
mm.
Brees Hall against the Cowboys, Mostert against the Patriots on the road, if I'm not mistaken.
That was most of touches like last week.
I don't think. Wait, did he play because he was injured?
No, he
No, that
played.
was. Oh, okay. Okay, so okay, hold
I
up.
think
Let
Mostert
me see what it
scored
is.
too, if I'm not mistaken.
He did. He did 10 attempts for 37 yards
And
Then
a
and a
he,
touchdown.
TD.
what about catches?
2 targets, 2 catches to the tune of 13.
Mm.
So,
Br- Brees had what? 10, 12 carries, and we had the long run, so he had over a buck for sure, easy. Don't touchdown.
He went over 100 yards. I know that
Yeah,
much.
oh
yeah,
yeah, for
yeah, for
sure.
sure.
And
One,
it wasn't against a cupcake defense either.
Yeah,
he
Just
had
throwing that out there.
127 yards on 10 carries
no,
and one catch for 20 yards, 2 targets.
So for what it's worth, that was still a fantastic fantasy day.
So
yeah, it was. I went against him thanks to Jamar.
I'm still hurt, bro, because Cowboys did me in. Uh, coincidentally, they go against each other. Ain't that up? Never mind.
Yeah,
So I guess it comes down to I would say most is the safer option. Brees Hall definitely has the highest floor. I mean, highest ceiling by far, by far.
And it
yeah.
is a PPR too. Okay, so who does Monster play again? You said the Patriots on the road, right?
Yeah. So
Divisional game. It's
Yeah,
gonna be.
he's a
we
safer pick for sure.
because we know Miami's offense is definitely more explosive by far. Probably have better opportunity to get into the red zone, but it's like Brees Hall is like, he's one of those 1%ers to where it don't even matter who you got on the field. He see a light of daylight. It's usually a wrap.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Let's make it a trifecta. I'll go most of it as well, but man, I don't
I
know,
know.
man.
I
Yeah.
I say this is situational based though. Like if you just need some safe points, I would go Mostert. If you like, feel like you need to go for the gusto here to pull
Yeah,
out a victory, I have no problem
um,
playing Brees Hall.
Yeah.
None.
yeah. Because I mean, in that situation, he's probably gonna get a lot of. He's gonna get a lot of carries. I mean, him and Dalvin gonna get a lot of touches. So that's a tough one.
I mean,
Uh,
how could you not like how can you tell a guy who was explosive and as just fresh as he looked, like, hey man, we're gonna have to give Dalvin, 80% of the carries. Like, dude, you'll be cutting
yeah.
yourself short.
Uh,
I
I don't know. I'm not gonna lie. I might go Brees on this one.
It's tough, bro.
Because we're not having this conversation if Aaron Rodgers was still the quarterback. That's what it is.
No. I mean, he would still get carries, but
Okay,
it'd be
I see what he's
different.
saying. The game flow, like,
Yeah.
will they have to abandon a run at some point? Okay, Jamar, you got me.
No, that's. I mean, otherwise, it wouldn't even be a conversation, in my opinion.
Okay, so like I said before, I'm gonna still roll with Mostert, but I wouldn't be surprised if Brees just pops one.
Exactly, I feel the exact same way. So I feel like it's all situational based. You got a good situation. I'll tell you that much.
Yep. So hopefully you pull out the dub, Terrell T.
So real quick, we got one here from Caden. He says, all right, 12-man PPR, super flex, keep four team is Lamar, Richardson, Howell. Okay, so those quarterbacks. Stevenson, Cook, Pierce, Kamara, Kelly, Akers. Okay, those are the running backs. CD, Garrett Wilson, Hopkins, Lockett, Collins. Okay, and then you got Kittle, Kincaid.
That's not bad.
Yeah.
Super flex. It's a keyword. So I'm definitely playing. Man, that is a nice, very nice team.
It is.
Because Richardson is the ultimate wild card.
So
with him
is the question is like, is he asking to play four?
I'm starting to think it's.
Or is he just showing the team?
I think he's just showing the team.
Oh, okay.
I think. So, I mean, that's the fact that you got CD, Wilson, Hopkins. God,
hey, don't forget about Lockett too, man. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's a pretty good receiving core.
Collins is the sleeper.
And Kamara coming and be coming back week 3 in a cut.
I see what he did. Like he probably spent his first earlier picks up on wide receivers. Like no way you can get Garrett Wilson and CD probably within like the first 4 rounds. Like those two guys had to go before the first three rounds. You know what I mean? So
right. Absolutely. And then you still got Stevenson. I do believe in Ramondre's season. Shout out to Jennifer from last year on that one. But yeah, like that's a nice thing. That's a nice team. Facebook user, can we donate? Actually, you sure can. So not only we got the Cash App going, we also got this, this Venmo here. I'm gonna just leave it up for a few. If you all got Venmo and want to donate, there you go. Thank you for asking. All right, so all right, Blurpee's back. We got need one more out of Rachaad White, Connor, and Kelly. I like Rachaad White this week.
Who does he play? We need those matchups.
The Bears.
The Bears.
Oh, well. Rachaad White it is.
Yeah,
don't even need to see the rest of them.
That's sad to say, man. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And all right, so I got a slight dilemma here. So in my 14-teamer at running back, I got Joe Mixon. I got James Cook. We talked about how we like James Cook today, and I also got Rachaad White. Okay. So
okay, so I definitely can see the dilemma. So you're gonna play Mixon no matter what.
Yes.
You don't know.
Ooh. Yeah. What you gonna get out of the other two?
Here's what I would do, Jamar. I would leave. Who do you got playing right now?
I got Cook in.
Leave that. Leave it for now. Yeah. If it gets closer to game time and you hear some additional information about your Bears, like, man, they're playing uninspired. Like, you would know better than anybody. I would probably swap it out, man. So
because at this point, we don't know what you're gonna get from the Bears. You might start Rachaad White. They come in and just play the game of their life.
And I think that's what's gonna happen because you got to look at game flow as well. Like Tampa Bay can beat you guys. Like they can legit beat you guys without Tom Brady. Like they got the weapons to be able to put you guys away. So the thing about it is, I think that'll lead to more opportunities for Rachaad White down the stretch.
And the crazy thing about it, and as true as that is, there is a scenario where it can be flipped all the way around because Baker Mayfield's their quarterback. So
that's 150% true, bro.
I don't know.
But since he playing y'all, is this game on the road or what?
Yeah, we at Tampa.
Yep. At Tampa. Yep. Blurpe, the way that you're leaning, keep on leaning, my brother.
Yeah, he gonna catch the ball out the backfield too.
There you go.
Oh man, so we got another one from Facebook user. I'm gonna actually put a name to that here in a second. But question is,
Ooh.
start two full PPR. We got Kenneth Skywalker, we got Rashad White, we got David Montgomery, we got Algier. That Algier,
Ooh.
that one
I
was
like
just
the first and the last one, bro. But I still want to see the matchups. Kenneth Walker has a good matchup today. He has a very good matchup today.
against
I'm
the
hoping that he can put it
Lions.
all together. I'm just hoping that he can put it all. I need this dude, bro. I got him in
White,
2 leagues. Got him in
man,
2 leagues.
White against the Bears,
Okay.
Montgomery against the
Seahawks.
Seahawks,
Yeah.
and Algier against the Packers,
Okay. Yikes.
which Packers can get had on the ground too. So
I'm going Sky, and I'm going Tyler Algier. I've seen enough from him. Rashad White would be a third for me, and then I don't know. Montgomery is
Cause
like
he got
he's
a
a
lot of
bigger guy,
carries.
man.
Yeah, he got a lot of
Yeah,
carries that
yeah, he
first
did.
week.
But remember, head coach of the Lions was like, "Yo, I'm gonna just be honest. Like I'm gonna throw in some more Jameer Gibbs in
Big
there
gives,
as
yeah. So
well."
he gonna get a lot of more touches as
So
season go on.
yeah, I'm about to go with Kenny and Tyler, man, and not look at this again because like I can change my mind.
ooh,
I'm
Yeah,
gonna
but
go
what
with
if
Kenny and
Montgomery get a lot of carries in
I
that
know,
red zone?
I know it,
Ugh.
I know.
Almost like the same situation with Algier. That's how you burned me last week. I was like, God,
Look, I expect
man.
us. There's no way we'll be able to do a trifecta on this one. It's absolutely
and
too
and
different.
and
But
it's
can we
okay.
all agree upon Kenneth Walker though?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Jamar, don't say it. You already making that face, bro.
Yeah, and I have him as an upgrade this week. So yeah, I agree. I agree. I agree with Skywalker there.
Okay,
Uh,
here's where things get tricky.
so crazy thing, crazy thing is if I was to rank him right now, I do have Montgomery at the bottom of the totem pole here.
Okay, so we agree on that
Yeah.
as well.
Just because of the situation with, Jameer Gibbs. He looked good that first week,
And
so
I think
and his
Gibbs
coach
getting a
already
lot.
stated. Yeah.
I think Gibbs gonna be in for a workout this today. And
I'm
this
gonna
is
go
just like the last
Algier.
question.
I'm gonna go Algier. Cause it's crazy. I literally just took him off the bench in one of my leagues.
Screw it. Trifecta, bro. But
Wow, did
man,
not expect it. Did not
man, oh
expect it.
man, oh man, oh man, man, oh man.
Okay, let me ask you this: the only name up there that you were uncertain about was probably the whole Rashad White and Tyler Algier thing, right?
Correct.
Because you know you guys' team better than anybody. Ian knows you guys' team better than anybody, so that's the reason why you guys will probably say Rashad White because opportunity is plentiful. I shall say, right?
Yeah, but also look at what happened with what Aaron Jones did to us last week. And had he not hurt his hammy, he
In
probably
one
would have had
quarter.
3 touchdowns. He probably would have had a hat trick last
He
week.
probably would have four. Hell.
But but I mean to Rashad White's defense, no, to Aaron Jones' defense, Rashad White ain't Aaron Jones. I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say that now. Two different tiers. Two different tiers. Rashad White is definitely capable. I'm gonna say capable,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
we
for
haven't
sure.
seen it
Yeah.
yet. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. So fair enough. I mean, I feel like September is like, the month for certain guys wait and see if they, sustainable, if it's a real thing, if it's not. They pretenders, contenders, they are flirter, they actually interested. So we'll see. All right. So Ray, he comes with pick 2, please. Bijan Robinson, Josh Jacobs, Aaron Jones.
Aaron Jones is out today, right?
So by default,
Yeah,
we're going
yeah.
Bijan and Jacobs.
Yep.
Yep.
And then we got another one here. Calvin Ridley or Keenan Allen. I'm going Calvin
Ridley.
Ridley all day, every
Yeah,
day.
really.
Ridley.
Yeah.
Like I know
Really
it's
proved it for me last week. He is
I
not
just,
coming off
like
from
like
start except for during the bye.
He didn't miss a beat. He didn't miss a
Yeah.
beat, bro.
He didn't beat
and I know I
nothing.
Was
just said
good.
this is the wait and see month, but no, that was everything I need to
That
know.
was enough. Yeah.
Yeah.
T
And we,
Law Ridley is a real thing, bro. It's a
Yeah.
real thing.
I felt the wrath last week. I know. I know. All right, so we got one here from Brooks 7070. Who do I start at wide receiver and flex PPR? Waddle, Mike Williams, Gibbs,
Ah,
or James Conner.
Oof.
I might have to go Waddle.
You're
definitely
definitely
Waddle.
going. You're definitely going Waddle at the wide receiver. So the flex. So who do the Chargers have, Jamar?
They have the Titans.
Mm.
Hey,
I'm
The
going
Titans
is
got
Gibbs.
a
that
pretty
air
solid defense, though.
I'm going Gibbs.
solid defense? I'm going Mike Williams.
I'm going Waddle and Gibbs.
Okay. Who you got? Excuse me.
Question.
Who you got, Ian? Okay, I'm gonna say
I
this
got I
though.
got Waddle for
So
sure.
we're all good on Waddle.
Waddle
Good.
and I got Waddle and Gibbs. Waddle and Gibbs.
That's the grit talking. I like it.
I don't know what's going on in Arizona.
That's the only reason, man. Like
Yeah,
James
it might
Conner
be a
looks
long
good.
year.
It looks good.
Yeah,
It looks good.
he just might be a long year in Arizona.
Yeah, and I also expect the Giants to not be like the Giants they were last Sunday night. So that's a whole nother thing.
Yeah, let's hope not. They should be against Arizona.
All right, so trifecta on Waddle, 2 for Gibbs, 1 for Williams. As far as the flex, definitely good luck to you, Brooks. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. Millie, he is asking for full PPR Lockett or Dotson. I am liking Lockett. Lock him in.
Damn, Dotson came up. What? This is the third time Dotson came up.
Yeah. I mean, rightfully so.
Yeah.
I feel like the Seahawks and Lions are probably the second friendliest fantasy game. So that's why I have an upgrade on Lockett for me.
That's fair. I like because I was swaying the other way, but I'm taking Lockett as well.
All right, so we got 2 for Lockett. What you thinking, Ian?
I want to go. That's tough.
And not saying that Dotson can't get his. Definitely not saying that.
Yeah, for sure.
They played Denver today.
Are they at Denver?
Yeah, are they at Denver or at home?
I'll check it here in a minute.
I don't even think it really matters, but
Oh, that
I'll
something different.
It is at Denver.
At Denver.
Yeah.
Colorado rocking this weekend, huh? I'll probably go with Lockett.
All right. I get the hesitation though. I do. Yeah. Trifecta on that one. All right. Justin, we got Christian Kirk, we got Garrett Wilson, Terry Pickens, pick 2, and tell Deshaun on the Bears bucko.
Yo, ain't nothing I can really say, bro, because we in the same predicament. Both of our teams are on one. It's not like my team won as well.
The only reason why I would give any consideration to Christian Kirk right now is because of the matchup
really. Yeah, I can't really.
Because Christian Kirk is an afterthought at this point in general, but
he balled last year. That's crazy.
Yeah, but I mean, but Trevor know what's up. Trevor know who we got.
Man, this is tough. We got Scary Terry and but Garrett Wilson with the injury.
So
I'm get out of Zach.
I'm leaning towards, dare I even say, Wilson and Pickens.
Same. The only reason why I'm not going Scary Terry, look, Devontae Adams didn't have that good of a game against that secondary week 1, but you know who did? That other wide receiver there.
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers had a hell of a game.
Boys.
He had 2 of them boys playing a wide receiver 2 role, and that was my reasoning behind Dotson playing well against that secondary this week, because he is the wide receiver 2, and all the attention will be up on McLaurin. But that's neither here nor there. I'm just giving you guys my reasoning why I think that Dotson should have a good game. But Garrett Wilson, Pickens for me as well. And this one is tougher than what you think, man.
It is.
I'll be good, Justin. I'll regroup.
Who do the Steelers have this week?
The Browns.
The Browns got a pretty good defense as well.
Pretty good front. Secondary is.
Yeah.
They have pretty good edge rushers.
Yep.
They have Denzel Ward, who is solid. I don't know about everybody else in the secondary. Linebackers,
they're pretty young. They're okay. They not like
linebackers is just.
Yeah.
They're a joke at linebacker.
It's
I'm
really
gonna
their
be
front.
honest.
It's
I'm gonna
really
be
the
honest.
front four.
They're a joke at
I feel like
linebacker.
it's really. I feel like it's really the front four, and Denzel Ward and maybe
But they can
Greg
get had on the
Newsom.
run on the ground though. Low
Yeah,
key.
but they got to be smart about it and kind of run up the middle. Like if Najee runs to like the outside, man, like we're in trouble. You're gonna have to just
So
run it up the gut.
I'll say this, like Kenny Pickett last week, like all things considered, he actually made the right reads. It's just the fact that he just went against San Francisco that just made
Yeah.
everything discombobulated. So a lot of week one like scenarios and stuff, you just got to take with a grain of salt because everything ain't as everything that glitters ain't gold on that one.
Nah, for sure. And I think that's a conversation we had last week. Going after that Monday night game, rather, like when that week was complete. Like I was talking to my brothers and stuff, like, yo, like if you look at like the top 5 quarterbacks taken inside the fantasy drafts, which were Lamar Jackson, didn't have a good game. Joe Burrow didn't have a good game. Josh Allen didn't have a good game. Justin Fields didn't have a good game. And I'm missing another one there. Jalen Hurts was okay. Week 1,
Yeah.
He was okay. Much better week 2. But it just wasn't what we predicted it to be, Jamar, like you were saying. So I think we start to see like a shift here. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I guess me and you, Reed, got Wilson and Pickens. What you thinking, Ian?
Yeah, I'll probably go with Wilson and Pickens too.
I'm about to say, based on your hat choice, you gotta. I knew you had to pick one of the guys. All right, so good luck to you, Justin. The next one here, we got Russell or Tua.
Man, it's crazy. I might
I'm
have to go
taking
with
Tua.
Yeah.
I'm taking Tua. I can't throw deep Tua, and I don't care. Like that's exactly what he told everybody. Like when you got those wide receivers, why would you need to, man?
And so once we get done with the questions, that was like one of the when we get done with these questions, if we got time, there was a question I definitely want to ask about Tua, but we'll get to it. So trifecta on Tua.
Absolutely.
Jay Hay 514 says pick 2 Stafford, Pickens.
No, standard.
Oh, oops. My bad. All right. Pickens, Michael Thomas, Hopkins, Dobbs, Treylon Burks.
I'm going Pickens and Hopkins because this is a standard 9 PPR. I'm thinking of the guys that can get me inside the end zone here. So I'm thinking Pickens and Hopkins.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Mike Thomas is an afterthought, right? Like 3 years ago, he was like one of the best
3-4 years
wide
ago,
receivers. Yeah. And now it's like
10 catches a game, easy.
Dude, we were making T-shirts talking about can't stop Mike.
Yeah. That's crazy. Just maybe, like you said, Ian, 3 to 4 years ago. Now he's an afterthought. It's Chris Olave's and what's the other dude name? Khalil Shakir or something like that. No, Shaheed. My bad. Yeah. I mean, he looked good. So I don't know. Michael Thomas might be.
I don't know. Ever since that contract, he just got hurt. And
that ankle
and injury too, man. Yeah, that foot injury was nagging.
Hey, perfect storm in the worst way for him. Oh well. Yeah, Pickens and Hopkins. Yeah, when it comes to standard.
Yeah.
Basically,
who's gonna give me an end zone? Yep, pay dirt, baby.
And we just talked about how Hopkins has an upgraded matchup this weekend. If he wasn't playing, then I was definitely high on Treylon Burks. So yeah. Are we trifecta on that?
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. All right. So appreciate the question. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. So we got one here from Unknown Coheen. Oh, this is Twitch. Okay. All right. Who do I start? James Cook or Tyler Algier? My RB2. And for my flex, any other following: Amari Cooper, Drake London, Christian Kirk, Michael Pittman.
Ooh.
Would I be crazy to suggest this? If you start Cook and Algier running back and flex, would I be crazy? The only reason why, because the Cooper thing. If Cooper's healthy, I'm playing Cooper. That's the thing for me.
And that's exactly what I was just like looking up because he was on he was on the injury report that I sent you guys. Like Cooper was listed as questionable right now. So like you said, Jamar, I think that I'm gonna roll with you, bro. I'm gonna do the
I'm
same
not crazy, right?
No, you're not crazy. But all things considered, focus on Amari Cooper first and foremost.
Yeah.
Make sure that he is inside. If he's inside the lineup, you have to start him against my Steelers. You have to.
I think the problem with that is though, is I'm thinking about it. Damn, Monday night game. 'Cause there's 2 Monday night games.
Oh, you are right.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
my god.
I forgot who the second one is, but they're a Monday night game.
Who cares, man? If we're up on the slate,
Is it
It's one of these other
it's
matchups
the
on the Monday
Saints?
night.
What is it?
Saints
The
and
Saints?
Panthers.
Yeah, they the second one.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
So that's the issue. Ooh, that puts a.
man, that's tough.
But so regardless, just based on the options here, he would if Cooper is an option here, he would have to. And if he's picking Cooper, he's rolling the dice for sure. I'm thinking Cooper does play, but because I feel like he's always on the injury report. He's just one of those guys that's always on the injury report, like DeAndre Hopkins. He's always on the injury report.
But end up playing. Yep.
So the thing is, did Cooper practice? That's the thing. Because either you're a full participant, either you're limited, or you didn't practice. If you
That's
didn't practice, that's usually a red flag. So I know you're checking over there. So
He's
cooking out here.
questionable. He's questionable. He's got a groin.
yeah, and like that's the thing. It's like so I just looked at multiple injury outlets. Like that groin is kind of tricky, but you can play with it. But
Yeah.
the thing about it is
How
you can
effective
feel
will be.
good with it to start the game and then
And
tweak
then
it. You
later
know what I
on,
mean?
yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Let's just say that by this first slate of games, if before the first slate of games, actually, if you don't hear anything about like the Cook and him leaning towards, I mean Cooper, I'm sorry, then you have to play Cook and Algier because it's
You,
like, why would
but,
you take that risk though? You know what I'm saying?
but you know what? I I forgot that Pittman actually didn't look half bad last week. That man had 8 catches for
And
97 yards and a TD.
Who
yeah, he'll
Michael Pittman,
Pittman. And he'll probably be the
and
number
who do
one
they play?
target for a rookie quarterback.
Texans.
Oh my God.
Oh, they play
So
each other this week? Wow.
yeah, so yeah, this is a good one, man.
Okay.
I might have to go with Pittman.
Yep.
So Pittman's the flex. We locked that in, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Out those names, yeah, because I'm not touching Drake London until you come
Yeah, I
back
don't
from London.
know.
Christian Kirk, like you now. So yeah, Pittman is probably the safest option with the highest ceiling there between those wide receivers that he listed. The running backs, man, is Algier a real thing?
Yeah,
That's
is he gonna be the goal line back?
the vulture. That's the old term.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I mean, two TDs
Or it was
says
just
yeah. I mean, I don't look.
yeah.
Two TDs
Or
says
just
yes. All the goal line carries says yes. So
right.
again, it's tough, right? Because it's just week one. Nobody wants to overreact, like the guy who
Mm-hmm.
dropped T Higgins inside my 14 team league or
Oh, you
whatever.
true.
So
Yeah, you true. Big
yeah,
time.
I don't know. I don't know.
All right, we gotta make a choice. I feel like
James Cook, I mean, I don't know.
I'm gonna go Algier.
I'm go Algier too.
I
I
mean,
just felt like they'll be kind of
it's
like a thunder and lightning kind of
Okay,
yeah,
so
sort
we
of
going
deal.
Algier and Pittman.
yeah,
I'm okay
Yeah,
with that. I'm alright with that.
and not to saying that Cook can't get his, but
yeah.
I'm just going by what I've seen so far, Algier. So yeah, definitely good luck to you, unknown. Go ahead and please subscribe and share. Appreciate you. Man, we got a lot. Let's keep it moving. All right, so got a dire
Oh,
situation in
dire.
Dynasty because I sacrificed depth in all season to secure Bijan. Eckler out. So who gets the spot? Trey Palmer, Butte Hyatt, Lat Murray, Amon, Mostert status. Oh my gosh.
That's tough. I wonder how dire in Dynasty
Ooh.
because I sacrificed depth in the offseason is Kerry B. John. Eckler is out. Who gets the spot? Trey Palmer, Jalen Hyatt, Lat Murray. I don't even know the Booty dude. And Savant Ahmed because of Mostert. Well, even if Mostert plays yay or nay, Ahmed won't be the guy. I don't think that he is a real thing. Trey Palmer.
He only
Got
had
to see more.
2 touches last week.
Who's that? A man.
Palmer.
Oh, Palmer did.
Yeah, on the Bucks.
Hold up. Let me see matchup here.
Yeah, he's playing the Bears this week.
I'm not touching Boutte. He's third string running back on New England. Not touching that.
Trey.
I mean,
Dude,
Hyatt is interesting.
Hyatt is the name that does pop out, but at the same time, I feel like even if all these guys are at their best, I think that they
It's
all put up similar production. I don't think it's like
it's a
one truly
crapshoot.
out. Yeah, I don't think one
Yeah, like a
truly
big crazy
outstands the
game.
other one. Yeah. I think I'm gonna have to go Jalen Hyatt,
Jalen
man.
Hyatt, yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
think
don't.
he's just a safe. I think he's just a safer pick
I
in
mean,
the situation.
so
In
you
this
really are
situation,
blindfolded here, throwing a dart like 50 yards out, trying to hit something on this. But I mean, just based on opportunity here, because what's the equation? Opportunity plus talent equals fantasy stud. Opportunity is very limited across the board. I think Hyatt is a very talented player once given the opportunity. I mean,
But will he get the opportunity? That's the thing, because it's like I was just looking up. He got one target last week, and I get it. That game was just terrible, right? Like nobody looked like they were on a game against like the Giants when they played.
is
Dallas, right? Did they play
yeah,
Dallas this past week?
yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, Cardinals a better matchup. I mean, I look. I'm gonna say Hyatt. Do I have my confidence level is very low for you on any of these names because it's a crapshoot. So my best advice for you is to roll with your gut feeling on this one because this is rough. If anybody was to get 5 touches, that'd be amazing out of these good bunch. To be honest,
Seriously. It's like
but
who can make the best out of that one or two opportunities?
but I'll say this much: if somebody was to get 5 touches, and if this happens to be a PPR, at least I know Hyatt is all catching. So
Who is the B guy? Who is that? Who is Booty
that's a third string running back for New England.
for New England? Oh yeah, that's definitely not gonna happen. Yeah, Hyatt by default. Like honestly, 'cause like I said before, like I think all these guys are pretty much the same. I know it's a dire situation. You know what I mean? So.
Indeed. So good luck to you. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. We got one here from John Smith. Who do I start? We got James Cook out here. Wait, did we just do this one? Or this is a very similar one?
It
no,
looks
we
like
just did
the
that one.
same.
We just
It looks
did.
like the same exact one. Yeah,
Yeah,
because
we just
Michael
did that
Pittman
one.
was at the end. That was a name that I
Yeah,
forgot
yeah,
about.
Okay, so
Yep. You
all
ain't
right,
yeah. We
starting
went.
Drake London
We
whatsoever.
went Algier and
Algier and
Pittman on
Pittman.
them.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, so good luck to you. All right, so Ray, he said in my league we draft both run D and pass D. Wow.
Mm,
So my question is, what pass D do I start? San Fran, Buff, or Miami? I'm gonna go San Fran on that one.
Absolutely.
Uh,
yeah. Jalen's not back
sorry,
yet.
I know you really don't talk this angle in usual fantasy weeks. No,
No, we
we
don't. But
don't. But
we
this is
but we
interesting.
kind of really need to start that because I
Like,
think Dynasty is really becoming like a thing. And yo, we are really getting truly knowledgeable up on the defensive side of the football, and that Dynasty League means so much because it's a big money league. Big money is involved, and you kind of really want to, spend your focus there. So maybe we should start talking that a little bit more.
by all means, but yeah, definitely San Fran on this one.
Yep, San Fran. That's like, how does that work though? Like, so you start a just a defensive run defense, and then a defensive pass defense. Like,
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm guessing. They go by how many touchdowns or
Maybe
maybe
picks or
catches. Yeah,
deflections.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah,
that's
That's a
truly
crazy
interesting.
breakdown.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. That's
that'd be a
truly
crazy
interesting.
breakdown.
yeah. Interesting. All right, so Millie said Keenan Allen over Ridley. That's a bold take.
Who
Like you
said
said,
that?
Yeah,
no, not a
yeah.
soul. Not a soul. It's
Oh,
just
okay, I was about to say who. Like, say who?
Not that I know
Man,
of.
who got vodka in their coffee this morning, bro?
Yeah,
Like
not
seriously.
vodka.
Jeez. All right, so we got one here from Gravity, full PPR. Start one running back and one flex. Mostert, Traylon Burks, Miles Sanders, Pittman, or Nico Collins. So basically, the running back. So you got Mostert or Sanders there.
That's tough.
I'm gonna lean
Most
Mostert
there, because I don't know.
because
I
Who
Carolina,
haven't
does
seen
Carolina have?
Carolina.
it's New Orleans.
They had New Orleans
Mm.
Monday night.
Oh, so that's the other Monday night game, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Mm.
gonna lean Mostert just because he's in a better offense. So I think more opportunity to score.
And I'm
Yeah,
gonna
I
go,
don't
yeah,
know how they're using Miles Sanders in Carolina yet.
and I'm gonna go Michael Pittman. Even though, look, Nico Collins, yo, like, dude is gonna be an asset to anybody's fantasy team just because of his target share on that team. It's like they were looking for like who was gonna be like just the guy on that offense, but Nico Collins is gonna be decent. I'll be the first person to tell you this. Like we can replay it back in 5 weeks and see what we got. But I really like Nico Collins a lot this year for that reason. But I'm gonna still go Pittman. Pittman was fantastic last week.
Yeah, Nico's like a sleeper pick.
He is. He really is.
Yes. So yeah, I'll go Pittman as well. So Mostert and
Yeah,
Pittman.
most of the Pittman. Yeah.
All right. So good luck to you, Gravity. Please like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. We got one here from Kane. Starting Robert Woods, Gabe Davis, or John Dawson. Really like Woods' target share in week 1.
Mm. I mean, he could be a sleeper. He could be like a safe haven for CJ.
No, I mean he is absolutely right. So the same reason why I like Nico Collins so much is probably the same reason why he likes um
10
Robert
targets.
Woods.
yeah 10 targets. Nico had 11. So
Mm.
Nico had 11. I think he ended up with 8 catches. No, I'm sorry. I know he ended up with 80 yards, my bad. But so yeah, I'ma still go Dotson. Like I'ma still go Dotson because of the same reason that I said from the previous game. A lot of attention is going to be on,
Scary
um,
Terry.
yep, Scary Terry, and I think Dotson is going to be the beneficiary of said tough defense. Like they got to toss the ball somewhere. I think that's going to be a back and forth game. Um, I'ma still go. I'ma still go Dotson, but I am not ignoring the target share from Woods there because like that means that better days are ahead for Robert Woods.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right. No, sorry. All right. So, I didn't hear you because my son.
Oh no, I took Dotson. I
Okay.
took
Yeah.
Dotson.
Dawson. All right. So Dawson it is. I agree with that. So good luck to you. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. All right, Chris All In. He says full PPR on flex. Did we just do this?
Yeah, we saying that. Yeah, we just did that.
Yep, we
Okay.
did. We said
All right.
Pittman and Mostert.
Okay. All right. So Brooks, he said, who do I start?
Did
Looks
we
like we did
do
that one
this
too. We
one
did
too?
that one
Yeah, we
too.
did that one too. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So sorry, they must be coming in a little late. All right. This one, Mike Thomas was a system wide receiver with no NFL caliber competition around him. Dude is a bum. Was he bum? Always will be a bum. It's like every other Mike Thomas and Mike Williams we have ever seen.
Wow.
Wow. Just
Dang.
went clean in. But you know what though? To be honest, a lot of people feel like that though. A lot of people feel like that.
System
Like
wide
it was
receiver. I
just a
mean,
system.
I can
Cause
see
he
that,
he
man.
didn't
But
have
like
that
having
he
like
didn't
a
have that type of
thousand catches.
production in Ohio State.
Ooh. And what's he been without Drew Brees?
Yeah. So I feel like a
Ooh.
lot of people feel like that. I mean, in college he was just, a nice, big receiver, but he didn't have that type of production,
Ooh.
like Marvin Harrison Jr. or hell, even a Chris Olave or somebody like that. So now it's like he came out of nowhere with these hundred catch seasons and put them together.
Yeah, that 149 catch season wasn't no joke though, bro. Like I get it,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah,
And
that's
It's kind of tough for any, just any Joe Blow to just do that.
yeah,
But
yeah, yeah.
I can
and
see his
that's
reasoning though to
and
why you think that he is system QB.
hey, and
I
that
mean,
before
wide receiver.
and that catch season was before they switched to 18 weeks in the season.
Yep.
That makes it even more impressive.
I don't know how many yards he had that year, but I know he was one shy of 150, if I'm not mistaken.
I just know we started producing shirts that said can't guard Mike. That's all I know, and rightfully so. Um, all right, so hey, I know this Brandon. Brandon Sasbit. He said 15 just passed, so my welfare check. So I got my welfare check. Want to show some support. Thank you, sir.
Sad, what's good, bro?
Be sad. Love that dude. All right, then we got one from Christian Powers. Who would you rather start, Kelly or Connor? Huh.
All right, so I know that we got the questions about James Conner like earlier, but at the same time, Kelly got the tough matchup, but I feel like Kelly's on a more capable offense to be in a position to score. Therefore, I'm gonna have to go Josh Kelly.
Yeah. I trifecta on this one, Jamal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
So, Christian, appreciate the question. Please like, subscribe, share, and continue to rock with us. We got one from Wyatt, full PPR.
Hey,
Tua or Lamar?
Tough. Oh,
damn.
okay. Let me see the matchups again. Who does Baltimore have?
Baltimore has Cincinnati.
Tough division, man.
And Tua's on the road. Where's the first one? And Baltimore's on the road.
Baltimore's on the road. Tua's on the road. Mark Andrews is back, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Give me Lamar Jackson. Slight. Ooh, very, very slight. And I know that we mentioned coin flips, right? We mentioned coin flips, and this is kind of more so one of them because the weapons that Tua has is probably, dude, Tyreek Hill is everything, right? So whoever drafted Tyreek Hill, bravo to you, whoever drafted him, because he's gonna be just, dude is just unguardable, like literally unguardable. I don't think I've had said that in quite a while, and truly meant it. But Tyreek Hill is like just a weapon, just amongst he just toys with everybody. He toys with everybody, and it's crazy to think that. So I'm gonna go Lamar, but I don't know if I'm feeling truly confident about it just because of like the whole Tua thing. I think both are good options, though. I don't expect a split here. I'm sorry.
I got my answer, but Ian, go ahead.
This is a tough one. Because you gotta account for Lamar's legs as well. But Tua, I mean, Tua is literally proving everybody wrong. And then, he got those two studs. Probably the fastest duo in NFL right now. Um, man, crazy to say. I think I might go Tua.
That's
I might go
not crazy
Tua.
at all. That's not
Yeah,
crazy at all.
I might go Tua. Normally in this regard, I'll go with the more athletic quarterback because you still got to account for their legs. You'll never know with those guys. But Tua's he's been on a tear. Since when he's healthy, he's been on a tear. So I think I'm gonna go with Tua.
Okay.
And it started
So
off hot.
all right. So by far, Lamar Jackson has the highest floor in the match in
Yeah,
this particular
yeah,
scenario, and by far, arguably top 3, top 2, highest floor period for a quarterback. I'm taking Tua. I'm taking Tua. I'm sticking to that because until I see Lamar do a little bit better in the passing game, like I expect him to this year,
yeah,
I still expect him to ball out in the air. But what he displayed last week against Houston at home, that was a
yeah.
little concerning for me.
You should have had a big game last week.
I think everybody can attest to that. Like seriously. But yeah, I like Flowers. I think that they got them one. I think they missed the dart throw on Rashad Bateman. I think the jury is in on that, and I think that they think that he's not the guy. Zay Flowers might be just that. Mark
Yeah,
Andrews coming back. They got to keep up with a lot of scoring to be able to compete with a very angry Cincinnati Bengals team right now. They got to put up points. Like they're
Yeah.
like they have to. It's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. That's my only reasoning behind it. And like I said, like both of these are good picks, man. Like I don't know how the hell you landed both of them on the same team.
Yeah.
But
I
that's tough.
So I had both of them as my quarterbacks last year in my 16-teamer, and I was initially starting Lamar until I discovered Tua was actually a real thing. So I was starting Tua until that happened,
The
and
concussions, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
yeah, nevertheless, good problem to have. But good luck to you. Tua was like Tua, one was like Lamar, but either way, you got a good problem. So
Yeah.
good luck. Ray came back with this one saying, following up your interest in the run D, pass D, you total up the yards left by the run D and pass D for a total number of yards given up for a total lowest yards total in both wins that category.
That's tough. Wow.
That is interesting.
Dude,
So,
like I've never heard of that ever.
but it makes sense though, because you know how defense get graded, like
Yeah, absolutely.
the 15th best defense based on the yards, pass defense. So it makes sense. I like that. I really do. It's different. Christian said, "Thank y'all, goats." No, we appreciate you for stopping by. We got one here from Fat Golfer. What's up? Christian Watson appears to be out. Should I play Hollywood Brown or Alan Lazard, also known as the Lizard?
See, the thing about the Lizard is we're already a little bit tempering expectations on Garrett Wilson.
Yeah.
So what the hell should we be doing with the Lizard, man? So, and Hollywood Brown is just on a crap show of an offense, man. Just the team in general.
Do you trust Dobbs or Disney Channel quarterback?
Nah, I think what's the difference, to be completely honest? What's
you know what?
the matchup?
To be honest, Alan Lazard, they got Dallas.
And Dobbs got the Giants.
To be honest, I'm gonna go Alan Lazard on this one. I think he'll get more. I'm not sure how much of the offense that Dobbs knows. I don't know. I don't know with Arizona. I'm gonna go Alan Lazard on this one. I think he'll get more opportunity.
Give me a second, Jamar. Go ahead and state your answer if you would, my fine sir.
I'm about to do some real quick research myself. This is tough because
bigger target. I think I got my trust in Alan Lazard.
This man.
It's a tough one.
So Brown got 5 targets last week. And they play Washington. Washington's secondary is not any slouch on the road. I'm gonna give the slight as edges to Hollywood only because he has more of a home run threat ability. Maybe he can just sneak a slant and go to distance or something like that. Maybe he can get lost in the coverage or something. Like,
whether it's garbage time or not, it all counts.
So I'm gonna give the slightest edges to Hollywood on that one.
All right, I'm gonna take the Lizard. Just again, slight, very, very slight edge. Both of these guys can potentially give you, similar production. But I like what you said, Jamar, and you almost had me there for a second. It's just right now I'm thinking about the more competent offense. Now, that's saying a lot when you got Zach Wilson under center. But at the same time, it's just the running back situation is better. The wide receiver situation is better.
Yeah.
Just the whole competency of a team is better upon both sides of the football. So I'm gonna just have to go with the Lizard.
All right, fair enough. Either way, Fat Golfer, good luck to you. Continue to rock with us. We got one from Matt. He says, "Sup guys, would you start Akers or Khalil over either JSN or Drake London?"
I'm not touching Drake London.
Yeah, that's a wrap.
Because Atlanta's offense is just primarily designed to run right now. I don't know what's going on with the Riddler. Do they not trust this dude or whatever?
Yeah,
but
my boy didn't even get a lot of targets.
No, Kyle Pitts. I think Drake London had either 2 or 1 targets to the tune of 0 points. So
Goose
Yeah,
egg.
Yep, he's on my bench on the 3 leagues that I freaking drafted him in. Don't ask me why. I only won one of those leagues. But yeah, like he's on the bench until further notice, until I can be able to see what's going on with that outfit. So I'm not picking London at all today. Jackson Smith and Jigba, I like that one.
I would play him for sure.
Yeah,
By
I like
far.
that one.
yeah,
So,
And Akers going against San Fran, I don't like that at all.
nope.
yeah. He's in a doghouse, right?
I wouldn't even necessarily say that because
The split.
it's about even.
Did you watch the game though? So
I didn't.
toward the second, like the other guy,
Kieran
Kyron Williams.
Kyron.
So
Yep.
he had majority of the ball carries to start the game, and then they kind of sprinkled in a little bit of Cam Akers late. So it, like, trust me, I was watching that
It's
too.
like
I played,
changing on the guard. type
yeah,
deal.
yeah. I played
Already?
Yeah, I played Cam Akers as well. So as well as Williams played at the beginning, then they started to sprinkle in a little bit of Cam Akers a little bit throughout the game. But who looked the best in that game was Williams. Either one of those guys really didn't look particularly well, but it looks like, I don't know what the heck is going on with Cam Akers. Like, we saw the debacle from last year, and then he came on strong to finish it. I don't know if they just like this dude or not, man. Maybe him and Sean McVay got bumping heads or something. I don't know what the deal is with Cam Akers. So yeah, Jackson Smith and Jigba, man.
That's the one for me.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not starting anybody over him out the people that's listed here. So,
Yeah.
all right. Good luck to you. Sleepy Refresh. D Hop or Lockett, full PPR. D Hop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Trifecta. Good luck to you. Continue to rock with us. Like, subscribe, share. Oh, wait a minute. D Hop or Michael Pittman Jr.
Oh, dude, we knocked that first one out so fast, didn't we? And this one now we got to take a pause, man. Pittman was fantastic. Pittman was good. I think from like a wide receiver perspective, that was probably like the biggest like wow for me, considering the fact that, look, they got a rookie quarterback there. I didn't know how well that Pittman would fare with Anthony Richardson, under center, but I mean he looked good. Can he continue said production is the biggest thing. So I mean, he looked pretty good. He had a pretty good target share as well. So did D Hop, and both of them got favorable matchups on the passing side of the offense.
So do you trust the wild card at quarterback or Trash Hill quarterback?
Mm.
I'm gonna say Michael Pittman. I'm gonna say Michael Pittman. I do think Anthony Richardson is going to go through his progressions as the season. Like, he's going to have some, it's going to be a roller coaster effect. Yeah. It's all rookie quarterbacks do it at some point, but
he's going to lean on. I feel like I think he's going to lean on Michael Pittman.
So I put it to you like this, just based on the first question, the second question. I'm hoping this is the same week, and if so, I would rank them. Between the three people that's named, I'm starting D Hop and Pittman, if that makes any sense, and not Lockett if it had to be like that.
Not saying that Lockett can't have a good game, because we already said that was one of the better fantasy matchups on the board for today. So, but I'm just going with the more opportunity, the bigger target share. You know what I mean? That's what leads to fantasy production. So.
All right. So for this particular question, two of you all said Pittman. I'm gonna just throw a rose at D Hop and say D Hop, but I completely understand why you all taking Pittman by all means. So good luck to you there. Like I said, appreciate it. Much thanks. It helps a lot.
No doubt, man. Hopefully you secure that dub.
All right. So keep moving. Where we at? Trey. Full PPR, Miles Sanders versus Saints or AJ Dillon at Atlanta. I'm going AJ Dillon.
I'm going Dilly as well, man.
Yeah, AJ Dillon.
All right. Trifecta. Appreciate you, Trey. Please like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. Elliot. He says, "Morning, people. Y'all trust Godwin this week."
I
I
I
do.
trust Godwin every week, but do I trust Baker Mayfield? Like
Mayfield, right?
that's the thing. But like these two mentioned, and I hope Justin is still watching. They do play the Bears, so I mean,
I don't like your tone of voice when you said that.
look, y'all can fire the same energy back at me, bro. Considering we in the same exact boat. We're trying to figure out what's next. We're trying to get our first win of the season. Y'all trying to get y'all first win of the season. Same boat. But I'm just saying. Uh yeah, I do trust Godwin. It's just Baker Mayfield that I don't trust on a weekly basis. And God we trust, right? So yeah, why not?
There we go. So, all right. Then he got one more here. Uh, Najee or
Pacheco.
I'm gonna go Najee. And Pacheco may have the better opportunity to be able to punch one in, but it's like they still won't forget about Carl Edwards Alaire at all. Like I don't know why Pacheco seems like the better runner. He just
Yeah.
seems like the better fit for this offense. But it's like they are like, oh man, we spent such a high pick on Clyde Edwards Alaire. Let's just give him another shot. I think I've seen enough from him. But I'm gonna go Najee. I still like Pacheco. I think better days are to come for Pacheco.
fair enough. I'll roll with it. So good luck to you. Ray asks, "Are the Giants going to beat the Cardinals for my suicide pick?" My pick. So I'm in that Survivor thing too. Last week I picked Baltimore, but they kind of scared me a little bit.
Right.
This week I picked San Francisco. I want to say the Giants, should win, but it's it's tough. They should win. I don't have 100% confidence in it, but they should. They should.
That really you don't have 100%.
No, no. If I did, I would have had the Giants for
Mm.
my pick this week. It's just something about like I want to say last week was a fluke. I want to
Again,
say
look
it.
at the defense that they were going up against,
I
though.
think it
Like
was a perfect storm. I think that Dallas just came in on fire and the Giants just came out flat at the same time. It just happened to be a perfect storm for both teams at the wrong time. That's how I'm thinking. But there's still a part of me like, were y'all really that atrocious? Like, I hope
yeah,
that doesn't linger.
I'm gonna say yeah. Ray. I mean, is it gonna be a route? I mean, who knows? I just
That
think
might
it's
make
gonna
you
be a
sweat.
lot of Saquon in this game. I think it's gonna be a lot of
I,
Saquon in this
I,
game.
I hope so. I really do. But yeah, Ian, you got faith in the Giants on this one?
To be honest, yeah, the Cardinals just like a real shit show over there. I don't really know what's going on. I don't know if they're tanking or
that's what
I
the that's what
I,
the
I don't
uh that's
I
what
don't know
the
what's
blog
going
saying.
on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even feel like my guy Kyler Murray's gonna be there after week 4. I don't know. I mean, who knows what's going on with these guys? So I would pick the Giants. I'll be shocked if the Cardinals win.
Saying
All right, fair enough. And then Ray also mentioned anyone needs a late pickup, a running back pickup, Emmanuel Wilson for the Packers. He will get the start against the Falcons since Jones is out. Dylan has been running in quicksand. Huh.
hmm, I'll monitor that. I'll monitor that for sure.
All right. So, and then Matt says, "Thanks, guys. I'm a big London fan, but he let me down."
He let all of us down, man. Like you gotta think about this. I played Joe Burrow and Drake London in the same league last week. Needless to say, I lost. Like anybody who plays fantasy football knows that he lost, but those two dudes combined got me 3 points. And three of them came from one guy. And it wasn't Drake London. So it's kind of like heartbreaking to see because like I seen the damage that he did at SC. Like I know that he's a capable wide receiver. I mean, he looks very, very good, and you pair him with Kyle Pitts, and you think, boom, and you got Bijan and Algier in the backfield. But it's like I think that as of right now, the Atlanta's mindset is let's ground and pound, and that leaves both of those guys out. Like, what does that does for Pitts? What does that do for um, Drake London? I mean, it's sad because both of those dudes are talented.
Really, very talented. He said I had Lamar in London and lost by 12.
Mm.
That sucks. And then last thing he said, I could pick up Dobbs or Zay Jones, but I have to drop most likely Akers or Khalil. Zay Jones is somebody to monitor.
Yes,
sure.
yes. Keep like a little check on him, for sure, because like he's a speedster.
But,
it just seems like he's more than capable of garnering a bench spot for sure.
I would say if Zay Jones is available in you all's leagues and you're not sure, put the little flag on him, the watch list for sure, because that's somebody I'm definitely monitored and have picked up in a couple leagues already.
You know what? I don't like to do that, bro, because it's like everybody else can see that you like flagging them, and if it's like a great football mind, like I'm thinking like, okay, like say if you are like to flag somebody, and then I'm just happen to look at this player, I'm like, why is Jamar flagging him for, bro? So like I'll go do my own research on it. So it's like you kind of checking. Never show your hand. I don't want to do that because I don't want people to have the same intel that I have when it's competitively. Obviously, I'm giving like said knowledge to everybody else, but at the same time, if it's somebody that knows their ish, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, like what's to this guy? You know what I'm saying? So it's I don't like to show my hand though. Not against stiff competition.
Gotcha. I'm gonna start flagging Nathan Peterman then.
Now I said great football minds. That would make you the exact opposite. So.
Oh man. Wait, hold on. Real quick. Draco Juice, Sky Moore or Rashawn Jones?
Rashawn Johnson from the Bears.
Yeah, Johnson. Man, I can't read this one.
I'm gonna go with Rashawn Johnson on this one. I think he's gonna get a lot more carries this week in front of Khalil Herbert.
See, I guess that was a person I probably should be flagging too, but somebody like Deshaun would start investigating my.
Hey, any little bit of intel that you can get a leg up on the competition, I'm all for it. Yeah, people can see the flags. People can see the interest on it. I use it to my advantage at times, depending on who it is. Now, if it's somebody who I know, like you haven't been making no noise, bro, I'm not paying attention to your flag. But if Jamar was a flag it, or say like my brother or somebody like that, then I would definitely pay attention to it.
See, this is tough. Deontay Foreman healthy scratch. I mean, that's fine and dandy as well, but I mean, Tampa's defense is no joke. Especially the run
defense in particular. Yeah.
So you be, advocating for him or expecting or wanting or hoping him to, have more targets, continue to catch the ball like he did last week. I just don't know. But what I can say, well, and the Sky Moore thing, like, better matchup, but I don't even know the opportunity is there. Maybe it is since somebody was Butterfingers and on their team previously. I don't know, Deshaun. What you thinking here?
I'm thinking of going towards Johnson. Sky Moore was non-existent in like week 1. Now I get it. Kelsey being back, it opens up things for everybody, right? Like it's always a good day whenever Kelsey's healthy. So who knows? Yep. But going off of what we saw from week 1. I'm gonna have to give Johnson the edge. Like here, Sky Moore, could he be a potential good play? Yeah, he could be, but kind of going with the more safer bet. To who's gonna be the first one of these two guys to give me 5 fantasy points? Which one of these two guys? I think it's gonna be Johnson.
I'm hoping so. Yeah. All right, trifecta. All right, so good luck to you. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. Matt says starting London and DJ Moore is kind of depressing. Not gonna lie. Now, I will say this much: DJ Moore is more likely to actually be relevant, fantasy wise, instead of Drake London at the moment. I'll tell you that much.
Is he starting him this week? Is what he said?
Yeah, he Yeah, he's starting both of them.
Yeah, no, you know, Jamar, you use the term warm and fuzzies, right? So it's
Yes.
I don't I'm not getting them. I'm not getting them from these two guys right here. Like I'm not. And like you said, I'm more happy about DJ Moore coming into the season. I'm looking like, yo, should be a, you know, a pair to watch. We always, like, how many times we sit up here and talk about like pairs, you know, we say the Tuas and Hills, and we say the, you know, Burrows and whoever, T Higgins or Jamar Chase's, and we thinking this was going to be similar. But you know, I know it's 1 week, and I'm not hitting the panic button at all. I do think that better days are ahead for these guys, and I think he is the better of between the two. But I get the depressing part of it, like I do. It's like, you know,
I mean, yeah, like I said, not hit the panic button, but
nah, not
we'll
at
we'll,
all.
we'll see going forward. All right, so while we have time, let's just quick stuff. Real quick. Vikings, Eagles, just three things to recap here, in my opinion. I can care less about the score, but three things to know. DeAndre Swift was a monster out there, 175 yards on the ground. My gosh.
Yeah.
So now it's like it is Kenneth Gainwell, forgotten soul. I don't know. We'll see next week. Um, Addison. This is 2 weeks in a row.
Jordan Addison.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So definitely a thing. This is definitely a thing here because Kirk Cousins is slinging it, and AJ Brown.
Whoa, pause.
Oh, pause.
Quiet.
Kirko chain.
Oh man.
Oh
My
man.
God.
I just keep it Kirk coaching. But then yeah, AJ Brown. Um, yeah, not as productive as many have thought like he would be from last year so far. Not saying hit the panic button yet, but
Nah,
And the
he's
Devontae
too good of
Smith
a
show.
talent. He's too good of a talent.
Yeah.
Shout out to Devontae Smith, man. I think he was all emotional because he just had like a kid. Like that was pretty dope to see him catching like the touchdown and
Yeah.
dedicating him to his newborn. That was pretty dope to see.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, AJ Brown, dude, he's upset. Like the funny thing was, so after not getting the ball, AJ Brown went over to the sideline. He kind of laid it on Jalen Hurts a little bit. And then
Yep.
5 straight times he threw AJ Brown the ball. So it was kind of funny to see that. I mean, AJ Brown is a big dude, bro. So it's like,
hey, he's
Yeah.
part of
That
the
was a big
monsters
yeah.
amongst men.
yo, so he paid attention to whatever AJ Brown was telling him and Jalen Hurts. But I don't like to see that. Devontae Smith is just as capable as AJ Brown, but at the same time, if you're winning football games,
Yeah.
who cares, man?
Yeah. So yeah, just those the notes. I mean, everything else is pretty much, you know, kosher at that point. All right. So injuries, we kind of already talked about it, but just real quick, Aaron Rodgers done for the season. We know. Sad faces in New York.
Yeah.
Today, the heckler, Austin Eckler, is out. We also mentioned Christian Watson and Aaron Jones are both out there. Um, all right, so we did have a showdown last week. Ian defeated Jamar 138-126. It was at one point it was teetering back and
It was
forth.
close.
It was,
Yeah, it was
hey, I was
close.
paying attention to it. I was paying
And
attention to it, man.
And Dallas took it. They took it to the next
Did
level.
they have
They
like
got
30
me
something
over
points, bro? Something like that?
35,
That's
between
insane.
35 and 38.
So they basically put up running back one numbers from a defense or RB one numbers
Yeah,
just overall quarterback.
a shutout,
Yeah.
a shutout, 2 picks, a pick
Mm.
six. Well,
fumble,
yeah,
whatever you want to call
fumble.
it. It was I don't know, man.
I couldn't believe it. I'm not even a Cowboys
Yeah,
fan.
no way that game should have went like that. No, like if you looked at this fantasy thing on paper, like ain't nobody gonna say, "Oh, yeah, let me start Dallas this week, bro. They gonna give me 30 points." No way you're thinking that. But hey, man, this is why
Right.
we play the game, right? Like you never know what could happen. This is what makes
My
fantasy
quarterback
great.
did not show up last week.
But oh yeah. And then real quick, we got upgrades, downgrades. Just upgrades this week if for either league play or even daily fantasy if you're thinking about it. Daniel Jones at quarterback, Kenneth Skywalker the third at running back, Brandon Ayuk at wide receiver, Evan Ingram at tight end. Thoughts, fellas, or this a pretty good list for y'all?
Nah, it's a very good list. I love Brandon Ayuk
Yeah.
for the remaining of the season. Man, he was making Patrick
Yeah, he
Peterson
had
look
a
like
bit
he had that boy on
like
skates, man. I'm watching the
skate.
game,
Yeah,
throwing stuff at the TV and like everything, bro. Like I was upset. I'm like, but yeah,
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 he had a big game. Yeah,
yeah. And Skywalker can't say enough, good things about him. He better have a monster game today, man.
So Matt said two things real quick. Was up till 2:30 trying to watch the end of the Colorado game. I'm beat right now,
Dude,
man.
we said the same thing this
I fell
morning.
asleep
So
at halftime. I couldn't make it.
I made it to midnight.
yeah.
That's
I fell asleep at
Central Time.
I
Central
fell
Time.
asleep at halftime too, Jamar.
Yeah.
Then I think I woke up at 2, and I looked at my phone like, damn, I fell asleep on the game. I said they probably lost.
I was
And I
thinking they was
looked, I
gonna
said,
lose.
Double
wow.
overtime, man. Like, dude,
Damn.
I
Yeah, I was
stuck
like,
it out,
wow.
but dude, it was midnight. It was midnight, and the fourth quarter was just started. And I'm thinking to
That's
myself, like,
wild.
bro, I
Yeah,
already know I ain't gonna make it.
they didn't start till
Nine.
Nine,
9:30
Nine or
because I think
nine, nine
The
yeah,
Florida
that
game got
game.
pushed back a little
Yeah,
bit.
that
Yeah.
was. But yeah, either way, that was a great game. I'm mad I missed all of it, but the parts I saw, absolutely
Yeah.
fantastic. And then Walker on the upgrade, love to see it. He definitely should ball out. And before I get to the downgrades this week, got one here from Team Out of Nowhere. What's up, guys? Star 2 full PPR. We got Puka, Godwin, Judy, and Burks.
I'm gonna go Godwin and Judy because Puka was good, man. He was great. He was better than good, really. He looks like a perfect fill-in for Cooper Cup. But it's like this is like the first time you see Puka emerging. Before last week, nobody knew who Puka Nakua was. And I just want to see more of it. Like I said earlier, like if he is to turn that into 2 good weeks, then by all means. I was lucky enough to grab Puka in a couple of leagues that I lost in, and like I stashed them away. But I'm gonna go Judy and Godwin. Judy and Godwin for me.
Okay. You want me to go in or you got one?
Uh, you go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna go Godwin, and you know what? Go Puka.
Puka.
I'm gonna go Puka here. Let's I'm gonna call Stafford's bluff here. Let's see you continue to target this man today against this tough matchup. Let's see, because I didn't expect you all to show up at all last week, and you surprised the mess out of me. So surprise me again. Go ahead. I got Puka and Godwin.
I'm gonna go Godwin and Judy on this one. I'm gonna go Godwin and Judy on this.
All right, fair enough. So regardless, we all love Godwin. Team Out of Nowhere. Appreciate it. Like, subscribe, share. Continue to rock with us. All right, so downgrades this week. I got Dak Prescott as a downgrade against the Jets. And as much as we talked about Joshua Kelly and the value in the day, just a tough matchup.
Yeah.
So just temper expectations. Anybody else would have been fabulous to me. Cortland Sutton, I'm downgrading today against Washington, and then Zach Ertz. And basically, I feel like anybody for the Arizona Cardinals for that matter, but, just have to pick one. So, yeah, those are my downgrades. And then Team Out of Nowhere said, thanks, guys. Have a good Sunday. You too, man.
You too.
All right. So it's time for Jamar's DFS cash game and tourney lineups. All right, fellas. So this one was a little tough because especially picking the quarterbacks. Quarterbacks usually the tone setter here for these lineups and kind of plug and play who to spend up on, who not to spend up on. But either way, can you all see this?
You might want to blow it up a little bit more, just a tad. Okay, we're good now.
Yep.
All right. So this is my cash game lineup, if I'm not mistaken. Yep. All right. So this is the cash game. So Trevor Lawrence. Once again, I had him last week. I'm having him this week. This is the number one fantasy-friendly game, Kansas City and Jacksonville, 6,700. And if you look down, I got him stacked with Zay Jones. So I'm hoping for the fireworks today.
Oh wow, you paid that big money for Kelsey, I see.
I did
Yeah.
because one thing's for certain and two things for sure. Travis Kelsey is a. I mean, I'm gonna spend up. He's worthy spending up on because
Oh
I feel
yeah,
like
Yeah,
worth every
for
dollar,
sure.
bro.
I feel like Travis Kelsey might mess around and have 3 touchdowns today, just because of how much Patrick Mahomes missed him last week. Um, Gibbs, we talked about this matchup, Detroit and Seattle. I feel like this is the second biggest, second friendly game on the slate here. And I feel like Gibbs is definitely going to be a lot more involved this week than last week. I feel that. Kelly, like I just had him as a downgrade. I did, but volume. I'm volume, and we talked about this earlier that the offense. We feel like he has a better opportunity to actually score this week as with the Chargers as opposed to what Jamal Williams did last week against the same team. Uh, Amon-Ra St. Brown, the Sun God. I mean, once again, favorable matchup. Zay Flowers. I mean, we just talked about him a few minutes ago, right? How we think that might be the guy for Baltimore, and so
Yeah,
that might be a thing. And the flex, I got Shaheed. He was definitely utilized a lot last week, and I'm hoping the
yeah.
same this week.
Sleeper.
And I kind of like somewhat punted on defense, somewhat because even though that's a tough matchup, but then again, I mean the Jets defense is for real just as much as the
Yeah,
Cowboys.
solid.
So maybe Dak can throw a pick here, or maybe a couple of sacks, just something. I don't say you got to go out and score 30 something points like the Cowboys did last week, but just don't embarrass me.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say. So that's my cash game lineup, and then one more here. I'm gonna bring out the tourney lineup. Second. All right. Do I need to? Can you see it?
Yes, sir.
All
Yep.
right. So this one's a little different because looking for upside for sure. A lot of upside and a lot of players that people may not be picking. So Patrick Mahomes, I spent up on Mahomes, and if you see down there, yes, I got Kelsey once again. Yeah, I just mentioned. I think these guys about to ball out today for real, and he's worthy
Yeah,
spending up.
probably.
Gibbs once again in my lineup. Um, Gus Edwards. I'm just hoping. I know it's a split there, but I'm just hoping that he could just find pay dirt just once. You just find the end zone. He's capable of doing so. His yards per carry last season was very impressive. I think it was like over 5 or something like that, or something around right around it. So he's very efficient when he gets the ball. Jamar
Yeah.
Chase. I mean, you know how I feel about Jamar Chase. Um,
Yeah. I mean, Gus should get more. He should get more carries with the injury to J.K.
Absolutely. The only thing I'm worried about is Justice Hill, but I don't know. But I still think Gus will get his in there.
Yeah.
Uh, Zay Jones part of that same game, contrarian to Kansas City there. So if the game flow matches, then Zay should get his. Jalen Reed. Um, somebody got to catch the ball for Green Bay. So I mean, at that price, that kind of helped me out a lot because I ended up taking also in the flex the rookie Rice wide receiver for Kansas City is a double stack. I mean, if he finds the end zone and Kelsey finds the end zone, I'm in great shape there. And then once again, got the Jets defense. Just do something. Just don't do nothing. Like literally nothing. Like uh, the Giants did last week. But yeah, those are my cash game and tourney lineups. So there you go. All right. Um, and so we got a Facebook user here. I'm gonna find out exactly who you are, but it's like looking behind the curtain, Jamar. I'm not going to change my lineup now, but so here's a fun fact about DraftKings. Here's a fun fact. So at work we have a very unique league. So it's 6 of us. So we didn't do the traditional like league setting on ESPN or anything like that because we didn't have enough. So we kind of did this 2 years ago. Well, we're gonna do it again. So basically, it's a league of daily fantasy. So what we do is like everybody will set their lineup every week. We get the totals. We accumulate those totals. Like we basically the sum of the total by the end of week 17 is the ultimate winner. So basically, you have an opportunity, just like every week, to change your lineup, pick blah blah blah. And so it makes it a little bit more interesting because no line is going to be the same, but also it comes with strategy as well. So basically, the highest point total by week 17 is the ultimate winner of the league. So that's how we going with that. So we have a Steelers fan in this league. Of course, I'm the Bears fan. We have a first lady of the league who's a Saints fan. We have a Kansas City Chiefs fan. We have a Minnesota Vikings fan. Poor guy. And
He said, "Poor guy."
we have a Lamar
Hmm.
Jackson fan because he's 100% a diehard and from Louisville. So wherever any Louisville players go, he pretty much goes to. So yeah, it's very very interesting. So makes things very exciting. Um, and then we got one here. Foxborough News. Foxborough down here in Duval, Jags, baby. Hey, that's gonna be a good game. I can't wait for that.
Yeah, I like watching them, man. Like I like watching Jacksonville play. Like it's exciting football. Like they got skilled guys at every position up on like that offense, and defense is starting to become up and coming a little bit too. They just got if they can crack that side of the football, they'll be scary. Like imagine them like how like the Jags were. I mean, yeah, like how the Jags were when they had
Ramsey and them
yeah,
boys
yeah, Ramsey and them boys. Like
Jam,
that type of
Jam the
yeah,
Ramsey. Yeah.
they'll be tough.
when they were just
Tough, tough.
what's his name? Blake Bortles away from a Super Bowl.
Yep. Yep.
And they actually had Tom Brady and them down in the fourth quarter. They actually had a chance.
That defense was legit, bro. It was real time defense.
Man, that was a special team to watch. It really was.
For sure.
All right, so we got one here from uh KV Cavi. Sorry if I'm butchering your name. Gibbs or Dylan PPR. I like Gibbs. I do. I like Gibbs more than AJ Dillon this week.
Yeah, Gibbs.
I'm gonna go with Dylan.
All right, so 2 for Gibbs, 1 for Dylan. Good luck to you. Like, subscribe, share, continue to rock with us. But fellas, is there anything else you all want to mention or address?
Yeah, I gotta mention two things. So shout out to my brother, and my guy Keelan, my brother Nate. So we had made this bet right at the beginning of the season that so I'm not gonna say how much the wager was, but the bet was to see if DeAndre Swift will get 1,000 yards rushing or not, considering that he has yet to do so in his career, and being with the Eagles team, he have a very, very good chance of doing just that. So week one, he basically laid pretty much over goose head. And week two, he definitely made up for what he did in week one. So that 1,000-yard season is very well within reach. I took the under, they took the over. Like, you know what I mean? So that's going to be something to monitor now. Because if he came in with the same energy that he did in week one, it really wouldn't even be a thing. So nice little wager that we placed up on it between the two of us or whatever. So I'm hoping that he does not get under 1,000 yards this season.
Fair enough. That is definitely going to be something to monitor, especially basically
Yeah.
week 3 would be the tone setter to if Gainwell's back to see exactly how that unfolds. For sure. Ooh wee, he might have took somebody's spot. All right, Ian, you got anything else for us, or we done?
No, I don't actually.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, Mr. Reed, where can they find us?
Man, they can find us basically everywhere where podcasts are found, man. Spotify, Amazon, Pandora, wherever you basically look, we're there. Right now, we're streaming live up on Facebook, on Twitch, man, which is super cool. So make sure, as well as YouTube. Make sure that you check out all of our pages. Like we'll be there. Like, share, subscribe. Questions, comments, concern, all of that today was very much appreciated. Hopefully everybody come out with the dub this week, man. So yeah.
Absolutely. And if you're in a generous mood and able and willing to donate, we have a Cash App. It's at the bottom of the ticker, Destination Fantasy. Also, if you have Venmo, here's the QR code right here on the screen. feel free. It's much appreciated. So, with that being said, good luck to each and every one of you all today, except for the people I have to play against. That's on a whole nother ball game. But nevertheless, for my bros, Deshaun, Ian, Jamar, this is the end of week 2 Destination Fantasy Podcast. We will be back next week for week 3, break it down, and until then, peace.
Adios.
Peace.